Oh, hi there. Good of you to join us. Welcome to Australian Transformers Weekly. We are bringing you Transformers news from around the world into your Australian and sometimes overseas living room. This is episode 171. We are recording live on November the 2nd, 2018. My cat is sitting right next to the laptop. And this week we will be talking about some new studio series figures, with some big bots and more movie figures. Are we really? I didn't see that when I was just running through the run sheet. Prowl joins the Siege lineup. Someone has forgotten to update the things that we're talking about in this episode. No, that's not it at all. Actually, it's just that I've got the wrong run sheet open. So let's do this again.
No. I was going to say that's last week.
Podcaster of the Year award goes to.
It's just proof that I will read anything that's in front of me.
You're Ron Burgundy.
Next time, Gadget. Next time.
All right, give me a second. I'm just opening the right run sheet now.
Oh, that's impressive.
So I refreshed the page and opened the run sheet that was there, but it didn't actually refresh.
Did I send the wrong link?
No, because you don't send a link anymore. You just have the link to the folder. Okay. Should we do it again? I'm gonna
Take two.
Look wistfully off into the distance. Wait a second.
Click.
Wait a second. I do have a transformer here in front of me. I'm just going to...
Ooh.
Right, ready, set, go. Oh, hi. Welcome to Australian Transformers Weekly. We're bringing you Transformers news from around the world into your Australian and sometimes slightly overseas living room. Maybe you have a living room that doesn't speak English in Australia. That's fine. This is episode 172. We are recording live on November the 9th, 2018. People who have been watching the live stream will know why that's got emphasis on it. This week we will be having Optimus Prime keeping time. We're not going to keep up the rhyming joke. Fans Toys is adding some combiner leaders to the waiting list. We might be getting a G1 Swoop in Power of the Primes, the line that doesn't die. All that and more coming up after this.
I was going to try and make it all rhyme. I thought, nah, that's way beyond my English.
Brad, let's be honest, it's not beyond your autocorrect, is it?
Well, yeah, no.
All right. Shall we do it? Okay. Hi, everyone. What's going on?
It's Max.
Just poor timing.
Poor timing.
Continue.
Fair enough. This has gone well. This has been the best intro ever. Welcome to the show, Ron. I'm Jason. Joining me this week, we have Max, who is on screen because he's been talking.
Oh, I suppose I should talk then. Hi.
Go. I'm
Max. I'm bad at timing. I'm not as bad at reading run sheets, though.
Oh, burn! Ooh!
Mikey.
No.
Mikey's also joining us. Mikey's also joining us. We will not be editing this at all because, let's be honest, we don't edit anything out. Mikey, how are you doing? It's been a while.
Can you edit these things? Yes, it has been.
Can.
Yeah, I'm just here to state the obvious. So if someone does a sick burn like Max with his sick burning skills, I'll just call it out. So that's what I'm here for tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
So does that make your job color commentary?
Yeah, just
Okay.
any commentary, social commentary.
You are our boundary rider.
Yeah, I'm just everything. You want me to be something? You got me.
He'll mediate the discussion. He'll
host
a wrestling tournament.
Mm.
Mikey, you can take that as a comment.
Hmm?
You can take that as a comment.
Compliment or comment?
Comment. Never mind.
Comment.
The joke is gone. Brad, coming to us from his undisclosed location somewhere in country Victoria. How are you doing?
Do I do the shadow now?
Oh my god, it actually is doing the shadow. Look. So just put that back. So right there, it does look like you happen to be a supervillain.
He's got the mullet for it.
Mr. Prime, welcome to Amsterdam. And there we go. So Brad, in his infinite wisdom, decided to place the microphone in front of his light source.
It hurts my eyes.
It's all right.
Hello,
It's okay.
1999.
The rest of our eyes are hurting now.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Hello, 1999. After the episode tonight, we'll have the trailer for the new Spice World movie. But coming up next, we get In Link with InSync. Jason, back to you.
I'm missing several references.
Did I just have like a seizure or something? What's going on here?
Very possibly.
Okay.
Mikey and I are too young, I think.
I think you are.
Speak for yourself, you 16-year-old or however old you are.
I'm 19.
And I'm a brisk 21, so I'm so much more mature than you. He says.
How is brisk a description of an age?
Are
you cold? Is that what's going on?
Yes,
it is cold outside.
I'm a cold 21.
That's just how
I'm an unusual cold because it's supposed to be hot at the moment, but yeah, I am pleasant.
Who's surprised?
Yes.
And there's a sponsor mention. We should probably just like talk about some Transformers.
I thought we should just get straight into it. This is going bad
those
early.
things that transform from one mode to the other, GoBots. Let's talk about that.
Yes, GoBots. There is a new GoBots comic coming out next month.
Oh, I did not know there was anything to do with GoBots anymore.
That's all right, amazing. So believe it or not, IDW is bringing out a GoBots miniseries.
Mostly just fill the gap after
pretty much
Transformers series ended.
So it's
it's more epic than Lost Light.
So it's by the guy who did Transformers versus G.I. Joe, which I think means it's going to be utterly fucking insane.
Oh, that makes sense, yeah.
So, yeah.
Did he have also something to do with Transformers versus Star Trek?
Oh, actually, yeah, is that out yet?
I think that's started.
All right, cool. I'm going to have to get that.
I keep bypassing it in the news.
Yeah, so you know what? Also, because there is no news in for it this week, and I know Max and I will be slightly touched to talk about it. But final issue of Lost Light came out this week, which Max, did you read James Roberts' farewell at the end of it?
Yeah, that was a bit. It was hard to read, to be honest.
I found it very hard to read through the tears.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was quite an emotional comic because it's one of those ones where, I feel like it'd be a cop-out if he gave it a purely happy ending, but a cop-out if he made it a really depressing ending. And so, you leave feeling sad, but there's still, positive notes in it.
So what do you want, Max? Like, you just said the two possible endings.
No, like, you can have a mix, can't you?
Yeah. So Lost Light, and like I think it's fair for us to talk about, right? Lost Light is in the unique position of actually having two endings, but that is a bit of a cryptic message that I'm not gonna go into any further. But yeah,
it's also like Guess Who.
No, it's a bit of Roberts like pulling out the rug from under you one last time, and like just ending on another note of. Bringing back old aspects of continuity to really cap things off, and which is sort of half of a course over the past 7 years. This thing's been running for longer than the club, longer than I've been into Transformers.
Alive, yeah, no, it's been 19 years.
Well, so actually, it is worth considering that IDW's Transformers continuity has been around for longer than half of Max's life.
Yeah, that is actually really weird to think of it.
And also...
wait, how long exactly?
13 years.
Yeah, almost half mine. If you add another... I'm bad at math, so I'm not going to even attempt. Yeah, no, I'm getting into it at the moment, so I've got the omnibus, so I'm going to very slowly get towards that, and eventually... or maybe by the end of 2030, they'll have all of the omnibus completed, so hopefully I'll have it by then. So...
It is quite an emotional and spectacular fashion, so you should be able to enjoy it.
Great comic so far, and I'm just at the beginning. I'm enjoying it.
Is that a bus with one tire, or is that a unibus?
So, ignoring that, how far into things are you in the omnibus, Mikey? What's just happened?
I've really just started.
Is it still shrink wrapped?
No. I'm getting through Megatron Origins.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah,
I'm really enjoying it.
I have that comic.
Oh,
it's great, isn't it? I feel like what makes Megatron
No. Okay, all right, hold on.
Yeah,
Brad just said he has it.
Yeah.
He hasn't
I know.
read it.
I've read a couple of pages.
It's read a couple.
And
I'm going off on a tangent, so
There's some pretty pictures, but
I thought you'd be shutting me up because remember your get together, Jason, where it's just like shit, who was it? It was Mike who said that, oh, I'm really getting into Transformers Prime. And then I say, oh yeah, I love how it ends. And I say how it ends. And then it's just like, I haven't watched all of it yet. I'm just like, ooh. That's
spoiler warning.
It's the best part that I ruined. So
let's break this down. Okay, right. So Transformers Prime ended years ago.
Yeah.
And Lost Light
So
ended
I thought
this
everyone
week.
saw
So
it.
like I'm not gonna spoil it for you.
Yeah. So I assume that anyone who was going to watch Prime had seen it already. So, and then I love how he's just like, after I said it, just like, I'm only started it.
I've watched season 1.
Yeah. Oh well. It's everyone knows what happens. But
that's like so many people that have got Masterpiece Dinobot and I'd love to go back and watch Beast Wars. You do realise he dies, don't you? Oh, Code of Hero.
Holy shit! I can't believe you just did that because like. Spoiler, that's what I got for my acquisition this week.
Oh, lucky. Oh, we're going to talk about that.
I haven't gone any further.
I'm going to debate on whether to get that one. Well, I'm going to get it, but I just got to.
All right, before we
decrease in price.
Before we leave this thrilling topic behind, we have to circle all the way back 182, episode 21.
Why?
Was the lost lamppost finally found?
Technically, no.
Okay.
Oh, that's depressing.
Yeah, that's cryptic.
I don't even remember the reference.
I think Lost Light meant the Knights of Cybertron.
The lost lamppost.
That was just a cool name for a ship.
It was my Rodimus and the Lost Lamppost. It was my bagging of the comics all the way back at the beginning. Anyway, that
is another way to put the length of this series in perspective. It is that long ago on the show.
You say all the way back at the beginning, but that was 40 weeks ago.
52.
Okay.
No, it was 110 weeks ago.
You said episode 120.
No, 21.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
No, you did
maybe
say
I
120. No, he did say 120.
That's what I thought he said too. Yeah. Anyway, look. Hey, there's some Transformers stuff that we should talk about.
Let's get some more important things.
We're trying to keep the we have been trying to keep the shows to an hour, and we've so far spent like 15 minutes piss farting around. So let's talk about some Transformers. The opening salvo this week is, of course, the winning photograph from the Bot Shots Weekly competition on the TCCA Facebook group. We encourage you to get your bots out from behind their glass cabinets and protective covers and out of their boxes and into the real world, just like Fruticus here. He's been shopping. He's replaced his bat cannons with bananas, and I think he's hoping to tempt an Optimus Primal into giving up the ghost. And of course, that's just a bit of a sign as to how big the damn thing is because he's got, I think it's a bag of mandarins in his hand.
It is. Looks like a bag of oranges.
We do jokingly refer to G2 Bruticus as Fruticus. This is not a G2 variant, of course, but I think he's Fruticus all the same.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, and sorry, congratulations, Carl Kirkwood. You are this week's winner. Weekly winners go into the monthly draw for a prize. Monthly winners go into the hat for a yearly prize. Full terms and conditions at transformerscca.com.
Lovely.
Let's move on. Let's talk about some news. Hey, does anyone know what time it is?
Tool time?
Time to stop making.
No, because I've no idea what
unexpected home improvement reference number
I
one.
do.
Hopefully number one of many for the evening.
Unfortunately, you're not Heidi and not anywhere near as beautiful, but not the. Oh, okay. No, don't worry about it.
What?
Back to tool time.
The implication is that I am somewhat beautiful, but not as beautiful as Heidi from.
Well, Jason, you are gorgeous, so let's just put that out there. So
yeah, it's fine. Thank you.
Really
Went for and got. But yes.
Anyway, let's talk about this Prime that has a DualShock watch in its chest.
I'm not sure these are DualShock because DualShock is a PlayStation controller.
No, is that right? G-Shock, sorry, G-Shock. Shut up. I know stuff and things.
So Casio has announced a G-Shock theme,
Oh,
a
G-Shock.
G-Shock watch, named Pedestal Prime mode, and
Ugh.
this is it.
It looks like
It looks like a
Prime.
good figure.
Prime. What's his name? Prime Bulkhead.
Hold
Like
on,
the toy.
Does a bit, doesn't it?
hold on. I would just like to go back to that point where Max said it looks like a good figure.
Yeah, let's not see its alt mode, please.
I was laughing as I said it because it technically does. I think,
I like the head.
but
I wonder-
it's funny that it does. I mean,
I wonder if they took some molds from Hasbro, because those arms and forearms look a lot like the Voyager Prime from Transformers Prime.
Hasbro probably designed it and then just left a cavity in the chest for a watch.
If
It
you
is the
paint this
same-
green, it could go for a
That does
Bulkhead.
seem likely.
This says Beast Hunters Prime to me, but
Yeah, I agree. Like, I can definitely see Beast Hunters Prime in this.
mm.
Um,
I got a G-Shock watch when I joined the army in 2002, and I've still got it now. So the
Is that
watch
what they give you when
itself,
they join the army?
no, I had to pay for it. I think it was $240 odd,
Oh.
but it's had a couple of batteries since then. But the watch itself, I don't think was any issue.
oh my
this-
god,
the
it's got a
watch-
matrix.
Yeah, the watch is not transformable at all, though. If Jason, you'll scroll down to the alt mode, it's some sort of battle station with a watch attached to the top of it.
I think it's just a shrine to the watch.
It's
It's
just
Yeah.
a pedestal.
fucking
It's
weird.
it's like that third party Scorponok who turns into a temple, or a
Yeah,
Unicron that
yeah.
turns into just Unicron's face.
Yeah,
Oh
Transformers
yeah,
Prime
the
Unicron.
the volcano. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
This
it's kind of weird. It kind of looks like Optimus Prime's faceplate.
You know what a perfect repaint would be for this? Heinlad from Beast Wars, whatever it was. Because Heinlad was the he was the toy that actually had the clock embedded in him. He turned into a what a Kanuki thing? I don't know what it is. But the thing is, the animal mode actually had its testicles, and its testicles turned into a weapon. And this is a legitimate Transformer toy I'm talking about.
Devastator.
Look it up.
Let the record show that we are at 20 minutes into the show, and the first mention of testicles.
But this is a legitimate
the timer.
Transformers product. This is a legitimate Transformers product. I'm telling you right now. Look it up. Beast Wars Heinlad. It will shock you.
Hindblood.
So, back to the watch. Yeah. So
you
there's
can
not.
either have a. Is the Matrix a watch?
I think
No,
it just
I
clips
think
over the
it's-
top of it or something.
Yeah, I think the Matrix protects the watch by darkening its darkest hour.
It's not funny.
It kind of is.
No.
And of course, there is the Transformers 35 logo there, which is the 35th anniversary coming up in the next year. So basically, yeah, we're like the watch has two modes: Master Optimus Prime Robot mode and Pedestal Prime mode that you can see there.
Oh,
Did we
Pedestal
have a price or release date? No.
I'm gonna say at least $150.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
I-
a bit stupidly expensive.
I'm
Because
gonna-
you're
I'm
paying
gonna
for a watch
say-
as well.
I'm gonna say 300.
If
Really?
if
How big is
you're,
it? Oh.
it's a G-Shock. The G-Shock watch is over 200 plus already without everything around it. So
Yeah.
this is going to be high.
Oh, if this is an exclusive watch inside of an exclusive toy.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm gonna change my mind to about Jason's. Yeah.
I do love that it's got the Autobot symbol in the watch face itself. Mine does
It's a
not
nice
have
watch.
that.
It's a nice watch. It'd be nice if the watch was like metal around that area, not just plastic. But no weapon, kind of disappointing. He could have.
No. There are weapons, and if we scroll
really?
back down to the box, there you go. There's a couple of guns.
Oh, there you go,
He's
two
got
guns.
some.
And a
He's got some
Matrix.
peg holes in his hands. You can see there, right? So those he can
Fair
dual
enough.
wield those guns.
Fair enough.
Mm.
Yep, this looks
So I
incredibly
love-
weird.
I love when you look at what's in the package, right? You've got this massive thing on the left, which is Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
You've got you got the Matrix. You got two guns. Then you got a box stuck into the plastic, which has the watch in it.
Because
Wonder
it's so
if you can buy the
durable.
watch separately.
I
Probably buy the
wouldn't be
watch separately.
surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
It's just a red
Or maybe a
G-Shock
different
watch.
variant.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
yeah, but it's got an Autobot symbol,
Alright.
so there you go. Value.
We need to move on and talk about actual Transformers, okay?
Well, let's
Well,
transform, sort of.
Still
We're going
Transformers.
to talk about actual Transformers.
All right.
Dark of the Moon, Megatron is on his way. Yeah.
Take me now. I've seen it all.
Solely,
I did not expect to get this.
solely putting this in here just for the fact that it comes with Igor, which I think is fantastic, and just
Plus-
makes it that #1 figure for Studio Series that I want to get.
Plus, this is also the first time we've seen it in, other than the photo of it next to Jetfire. This is the first time I'm seeing its stock photos, and it looks so good.
Oh, we saw this
Yeah,
one
this gives
last
us a
week.
proper,
but yeah.
a decent.
Oh, did we? Oh, well, I don't watch this show, so, you know.
So there's also a little bit of a list of upcoming figures, which we have seen before, but just to go through them again, we got World War II Bumblebee, Sideswipe Barricade Crankcase, Clunker Bumblebee, that's most of them, Bone Crusher, Optimus Prime, Jetfire, Megatron, Drop Kick without the K at the end. Thank you. Who was this?
It's
This was
it's
Cybertron.
Russian dropkick.
Ah, yeah, no, very nice drop kick. Would be shame if something happened to it. Shatter, Mystery Optimus Prime. Well, that sounds
What?
mysterious. Cogman, Scrap Metal, and Rampage. And here are some pretty photos of them as well.
It's such a stupid thing that they did that Dread as just a repaint of the other one. They should have just put they should have just painted up the Berserker mold as the other Dread.
Yeah, I
Oh.
think they've got this weird. No, actually, they don't anymore because they've put in Cogman. Like for a while, it seemed like they wanted to keep Studio Series as only original.
I know, and
from that
Cogman is
line.
just Cogman with
Yeah,
probably
it's
different
just
paint.
it's literally Cogman with a different paint job.
Yeah, so that's weird.
I don't know why they're keeping Shatter's alt mode a mystery there.
We already seen it.
Isn't that Mystery Optimus Prime?
Well, no, Shatter's alt mode is
Oh,
see
I'm
Shadow,
sorry.
and it's
Yeah,
Shadow.
no,
a
it's
reason.
probably an old photo.
We've seen that, yeah.
God, I'm excited for
Anywho.
Jetfire and Prime. That looks great. Megatron looks amazing. I really like Scrap Metal, like the new Constructicon. He's cool.
Anyway,
I can't wait. I can't wait till they release the photos of Hightower, because Hightower is by far the ugliest Transformer I've ever seen.
If
You've
it's
seen a picture. If it's like if it's anything like the Legends Hightower, it is hideous.
I don't know if like Legends Hightower is. It's like a scorpion type thing, but it's a crane.
and
It's a scorpion crane.
And it's got a head, but the head's in a cage for some reason. He's got little T-Rex arms, and it just
despite all
doesn't
his
make any
rage, it's still
sense.
just a head in a cage.
I don't think they're going to
So, how
transform
do we
like
do,
you
Jason?
think they're going to, but anyway, we'll find out in a few years. Months.
Did you mean to say combine?
Mm-hmm.
Right, good. 'Cause you
Well,
said
what did I
transfer.
say? Oh, transform. Okay.
Yeah, this looks good. I'm gonna buy it. Igor's a bonus.
Same. Love it.
Has it been
Oh.
confirmed that Igor is just Longhall's head?
yeah. And concept art.
Okay.
It's concept art from Revenge of the Fallen.
Right.
I have no idea what Igor is.
And by Revenge
little
of the Fallen, I mean Dark of the Moon.
remembering,
Do you,
Have you
the
seen Dark of
least
the Moon?
memorable part of Dark of the Moon? Actually, no. There's
Yeah.
plenty more unmemorable parts.
He
But the
shoots an
tiny-
elephant in the
tiny little
face.
head in Africa.
Maybe, just maybe.
You know the
we
little
could try not talking over each other.
Okay.
right? Agreed. You know the little is basically a head with arms and legs, and he was like licking his tongue, and like his tongue came out, and it's just a little.
No, I don't remember this at all.
Yeah, he was in the desert when was it Starscream was coming back, or yeah, Megatron was driving and Starscream was coming back. He's just like my master, and he's just there, and he's there when Megatron dethrones guy with the hat on the chair, and
It's before that.
no, he's there.
Jason, have you seen The Thing before?
The Thing.
The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing.
A long time ago. Why? I mean, I get the reference
Oh,
to the name
okay.
Igor. Right?
Anyway,
Like,
yeah.
but
Anyway, yeah. Megatron, when Megatron's revealed in Dark of the Moon, he's in Africa in a base camp after he was disgraced in Egypt, and he's got his little crony that walks around and he's like, "Ah, my master."
Master, you have returned.
Yeah. And I don't want to say the word, but he's a misformed robot head with legs.
fair enough. All right, let's move on.
All right.
What have we got coming up next? Hey, look, it's Fans Toys. Fans Toys has revealed some more figures that we will be pre-ordering for release in 2027.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. We are looking at Fans Toys FT30A Maverick. That is Silverbolt and Goose, who is Skydive. Where's Goose? What a goose. He's down here somewhere.
I
Right?
hate Goose.
There we are. You hated Goose, so you must be really happy when he died.
I hate geese.
I hate geese.
Yeah, geese are the worst
Dear.
because, like, when I was little, I was on a...
Hold on, Max. Does this mean that you don't actually understand the Top Gun reference for Goose?
No, I
Oh no.
not mentioned I haven't seen Top Gun.
Fair enough.
Hey, Max,
fair
internet high five.
Bang.
The
Okay,
worst. The
enough.
worst
Just in case you do feel the need for speed.
What does
Good
heroin
buddy.
have to do with this?
Oh, no.
The name Goose is in fact a Top Gun reference. Okay, so there we go.
Yes, we know from
Yeah.
memes.
Sorry,
and
we're filthy
such.
millennials. We don't understand.
Yeah.
I know.
It's okay. You
Um,
will get your chance because there is a sequel to Top Gun that has commenced production. But
Nice.
Goose will not be coming back because he's dead.
Unless it's like, however the hell, what's his name in Wonder Woman's coming back in the next Wonder Woman.
Well, since it's
Um,
not set in the Wonder Woman universe, it's probably not.
No.
They never explicitly say that Top Gun isn't set in a DC universe.
Look, this is a good point. This is a good point. Also, like, it's a Jerry Bruckheimer movie, and Jerry Bruckheimer likes to
Also-
work with Michael Bay. Well, when he was
Also-
alive, but yeah.
You haven't seen
Oh.
Batman and Donald Trump in the same room.
True, it's true. That would be tragic. Before we get way too off topic and stuck in the weeds, what are we thinking of Fans Toys Aerial Bots? Well,
Jason,
I feel like we've seen Silverbolt before, so
can
like,
we,
yeah.
can we activate Old Man Story mode? There's an F-14 Tomcat in the aerial bots that would have been better served as Goose and not this Phantom.
Yeah, this is very true. Look,
Anyway,
Fans Toys, like Mikey and Max, are obviously filthy millennials and have no idea what they're applying the reference to.
I would be super impressed if Fans Toys were millennials. I would be very
Millennial
impressed.
means like literally anyone who was under 18 at the turn of a century. So
well, they are taking their
probably
time to get this shit out, so it's pretty much confirmed.
So what you're saying is basically, if you want something done, don't give it to Fans Toys.
All millennials.
Pretty
Yeah, Jason, when was the last time you heard anything about Fans Toys Blitzwing?
Does Fans Toys even have a Blitzwing?
That
Apparently
about
they
3
did.
years ago they did.
Well, clearly they don't now.
Has Fan Toys released a Triple J?
Probably.
Oh,
I don't know.
the
It's Fans
Springer, I
Toys. I
think.
lose track of all their.
Dare I say,
No, I don't think they have.
RC's out, and we've got it in the Christmas giveaway. What past RC? Hot Rod's not out yet. I don't think anything past that. Is Coot out? They're
he is.
So they just released Cyclonus.
oh wow. Okay. Back to the aerial bots.
Aerobots. Hey, look.
I've been missing and really wanting to get some aerial bots into my collection. I don't appreciate the grr faces, especially with Silverbolt. He's a pussy. He's a big fraidy cat. He can't stand to fly. And I don't need a warrior face on my Silverbolt.
yeah.
I don't know, see, like,
Silverbolt,
I don't-
you're nothing.
He's this big beefy guy, you know.
I know, but he's
Look at his
he's
big. Look at his big boobs. He has.
He's a
lot
scaredy
to be
cat.
proud of.
I don't actually mind Silverbolt's face because Silverbolt always sort of gave the impression of being a bit older, and
Yeah.
like his face does look a little bit older. Like, you know.
Looks like he has
He might be scared of flying, but he's not scared of murder.
From memory, the original Silverbolt
Friendly.
toy had gold stickers or whatever on the front of the calves. I don't know why they've gone for the full honeycomb, Cadbury honeycomb legs on
Probably
this.
more of a cartoon thing, I suppose.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
he does
okay.
look. He
Oh,
does look
yeah.
like he's more intended to be a cartoon. Like
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Silverbolt's toy face was way different to this.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
Fans Toys are 100% cartoon accuracy. Well,
For better or
100% solid gold.
Yeah.
that would be
So wait, if this is
yeah.
Maverick and that's Goose, are we going to see?
who is Nicole Kidman? Wait, no, Nicole
she's
Kidman
a
is not in
famous
Top Gun, is
American
she? She's in
actress.
Days of Thunder.
She's famous.
Wait, no, is she in Top
I've
Gun?
blanked. No, it's Meg Ryan.
Yeah, no, it's Kelly someone.
Kelly Clarkson.
Sure, yeah, it's her.
She
Sammy
wasn't even
Kelly, I
born
know.
when that movie came out.
I don't know who any of these people are.
Yeah, that's fine. So actually,
We should move on.
so hang on. So do we have a Fans Toys aerial bot named Iceman?
Oh, well,
We're
the-
gonna.
I could have
we,
sworn.
we need to.
No, I'm not. I'm thinking of just G1 movie Megatron.
Well, how
Is this-
about
No.
The MiG-21
How about-
pilots
oh.
would never had a spoken role, so there's no. You call it MiG-21? I don't know.
I wouldn't call it MiG
The rest-
21 if it's FT30C. Sorry, Mikey, go ahead.
there's 3 left? One can be called the other one can be called need, and the last one can be called speed. The need speed. That doesn't
The
make
need
sense.
speed.
Sorry, carry on. The need speed. They need speed. They need speed. There you go.
Oh.
And then you can be speed they need. Need they speed. There you go. Oh, it's classic.
So this is Goose's alt mode.
Why
Which
doesn't
is
he turn
the-
into a legitimate goose? I'm
It's the
disappointed.
Russian. It's the Russian MiG. That's the problem. We have a Tomcat coming up in the line that they flew in the film, and here we got it's calling the big goose.
Anyway, okay, Fans Toys have aerial bots. We will probably see a coloured version of Goose in about 4 years. We'll see how we go.
About then.
Let's move on to Fans Toys.
Oh God.
Damn it, just
Fans-
as I got the cast up.
Fans Toys is also doing Stunticons, and this is their Motormaster.
Fantastic.
He looks pretty
well,
good,
they're
actually.
about 6 years too late, you know.
Oh, look, no, they're about 6 Motormasters too late, right?
Yeah,
But,
but how many of those have reached retail, really?
All of them.
How many what?
So this guy actually looks pretty good. Like as far as like being sort of looking like he's stepped out of the cartoon into 3D space. Like I kind of
Yeah.
like it.
Where the hell does the trailer go? Or does it? It clearly must come off or something.
I think
There's a
that's a bit of
backpack.
his trailer on his feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all folded
That
up in
couldn't-
panels.
Mm.
Really?
Yeah, I reckon so.
You can see the paneling there.
If that's how it works, I'm very impressed.
Yeah,
Does
I
he have a
reckon
trailer?
potentially
Yeah,
it's
until we
mostly
get to
his-
that.
No, that trailer's not part of his legs.
Mm.
Pretty sure.
The scale in alt mode is horrific, but
Yeah.
in bot
Sure,
mode,
what do you mean? What do you mean, Brad?
The truck he's modeled off is a lot bigger than what the fabled G1 Prime is.
Yeah, but so are the jets. The jets aren't as big as that Concorde thing, you know. So you're never gonna win.
Wait, a fighter jet's not as big as a Con. Do you know how big a Concorde is?
Isn't that what's
Silver
his
Bolt.
name?
Mikey, Concords are not that big.
Aren't they? Well,
No.
are they bigger than jets?
They are jets.
They're
They
a
are
passenger
jets.
liner.
They're not very big.
All right.
Alright,
Anyway,
whatever. Well, they're not terrible. It's not terrible. So you're telling
Anyway.
me that truck is out of scale with MP10?
yeah,
What? No,
That-
By how much?
it's just that it never made any sense. It's
it's
trucks are in scale with each other. It's just that Motormaster and Optimus Prime.
Shouldn't be in scale because
Yeah, it
Optimus
doesn't make
turns into
sense.
just a cab and he turns
There's-
into the whole truck.
There's no way it ever makes sense aside from Motormaster mass shifting down.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Megatron.
yeah, because his whole
Sound
truck
I'm
becomes
so
his feet.
glad I'm here for this conversation.
Yeah, his whole truck becomes his feet, where Prime the entire cab is his body. But anyway, this looks
Well, I mean,
good.
at least this time, at least a portion of the truck makes the feet, not the entire truck. So they're kind of trying to do something. I do not think the whole trailer comes with that. I think some of the trailer turns into the combiner bits.
Yeah,
But
sure, there's got to
we
be.
shall see
Possibly
in about
correct. Possibly
6 to
correct.
7 years.
Yeah.
I'd say 5.
Yeah, look, I really quite like that alt mode. That's really nice, and I also
does
really
look
like
nice.
his robot mode. Yeah,
I
It's
love
a
that
cool
truck.
Figure.
more so than the aerial bots.
Oh yeah. So
All right,
looks good.
there we go. Silverbolt versus Motormaster. I
Just
like
having a friendly chat.
Motormaster's little sort of hood over his head as well. That's pretty neat. I like it.
That's
Yeah, the
the
rocket.
thing. You can never have a Motormaster unless he has that hood, because that's the defining thing of Motormaster.
Just as good as Lone Wolf's. Just to go back to episode 34.
Do you have that?
Nobody cares.
No one brought that.
People
That's
own
why.
Lone Wolf.
What do you mean nobody bought it?
That was about to say
People
that.
And
bought
there's
it, but you
our-
can't buy it anymore because no one was able to sell it, so we just threw it out.
All right.
Savage.
There we go.
Awesome.
Rubbing
They,
his wheels on
you know
his
what?
face.
They both look really good at that. Yeah, I really like it. I kind of like Motormaster more. Maybe it's just the black. Yeah.
So it's just showing that they're going for that same. They're going for scale with the two figures. So these
Well, they're both combiners, so it makes sense, right? The torsos
Yeah.
would be about the same. All right, let's move on. What do we got next? Oh, hey, surprise! Power of the Primes is not dead yet. There has been news come out this week that the worst kept secret of the line, and that it was possibly one of the first figures we ever saw, was a red version of Swoop, which, surprise, it basically came out as the blue Swoop when it came out, and everyone was like, where the hell did that red version go? Well, Hasbro has not forgotten you and has decided that they're going to release... Don't know what the hell that was.
Sorry.
You have a mute button.
So yeah, sorry.
Hasbro has decided to release the red version of Dinobot Swoop for some reason, only Swoop. And do the other Dinobots make sense in the colors that they're in, or do they need to be re-released as well?
No, they're right. It was always
All
Swoop.
right. It was only Swoop that was
yeah.
out. Yeah, fair enough.
Unless you want to go to Diaclone or all that sort of thing.
Yeah. So, Red Swoop coming to a product line near you. Maybe.
Is it going to be exclusive?
Apparently not.
It'd probably be one of those ambiguous exclusives that's like on Robot Kingdom and maybe DS, but not an actual retail.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, every line has had a couple of things that are weirdly exclusive, right? And in Combiner Wars, we had Breakneck and we had three actually.
Skydive.
Combiner Wars, we had Breakneck, Quickslinger, and Groove. Whereas in Power of the Primes, in Titan's Return, we had Brainstorm. Not sure if we had another one in Power of the Prime in Titan's Return. Power of the Primes, Wreckar, I think. No, Wreckar's not an exclusive. He's just rare.
Punch Counterpunch is he one?
Yeah, but so Punch Counterpunch and
Grotesque. No, what's his name?
yeah. I know who you mean. Repugnus
And Blastoff.
Blastoff. They are not actually Power of the Primes. They are the Prime Wars trilogy figures.
Yeah.
But I think still same thing. Like they're exclusive. So this literally, like on the screen here, it says Generations Power of the Primes Deluxe Class. So it's not going to be branded along with the Prime Wars guys. But who knows? He still may end up exclusive. So, who's going to get a red Swoop to fix up the color scheme on their Volcanicus?
I've always loved blue Swoop, so I've never seen the reason to get a red.
I don't mind blue either.
Yeah, my Fans Toys ones like stayed with the blue one, didn't even get the red one.
Yeah, because like he was always blue in the cartoon, he was only red in the toy, and depends on what you care about.
And these figures are not toy accurate at all, so stay with the cartoon. Toys. Well, not but not from what they were.
But they're toys.
Well,
are you saying they're not accurate to themselves?
They're trying to go to G1 accuracy kind of with the whole clear stuff, like they're going that route. But they're modernizations, I guess. But I don't know.
Yeah, well, if you make it look purely G1 accurate, it's not going to look very good.
No,
burn.
Stick first. Ooh, get him.
That's not okay. Sure, I'll take it. You know what I mean? Because G1, it's just,
I agree.
It's bricks. It's not well proportioned as an action figure compared to modern standards, right? So it's not just a matter of putting a representation of G1 out there. It's a matter of putting out a representation and making it better.
Although, a cool thing which would be interesting for a line gimmick. You know how the G1 toys, like say Bumblebee has a different face to his cartoon? I would have liked if they could have had like a feature where you could either swivel his face around and have the G1 face, or have a different like face you could put on. Because just because they're cool faces. It's just, and some of them are like battle masks. Like Bumblebee's is kind of like a battle mask. But like it's very rare that the G1 face looks exactly like the cartoon adaptation. So it would have been cool if they could have done something like that. But it's just something different that they could do.
So, alongside Red Swoop was also revealed a repaint of Jazz as Ricochet, which I gotta say I'm pretty much there for, but I don't own a Jazz. I'm not really gonna own a Ricochet, but I like the color scheme. It's like the black Jazz with the flaming decoration and stuff. Like he's cool.
And
He's,
gold.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's kind of like the anti-Jazz, but like he's not a
But-
Decepticon kind of thing.
The anti-Jazz.
Yeah.
He's also a Target Master, which would be an interesting thing if they could do that. Like if they incorporated it into the next line, because they're bringing out Target Masters, they could,
When you say he's a Titan Master, how is he a Titan Master?
No, Target Master.
Oh.
Yeah, he was a Target Master. He had recoil, maybe. I don't know names.
Not sure if that's carried over into his Power of the Primes version.
Probably not.
Anyway, Jazz repaint. Hopefully without the Make America Great Again acronym on the side.
Yeah.
Or gold plastic. They could definitely somehow shoehorn gold plastic into that. So let's hope that doesn't happen.
they perhaps could. And look, gold plastic in these days generally sort of means kind of brown plastic anyway.
Well, speaking of that, just very briefly going back to Swoop, didn't the original figures come with that gold plastic clear accents, as in his head? Where this
I don't believe they were gold. I thought I thought this was the same with Swoop. It was
whatever that was.
Someone on the podcast had Power of the Primes Dinobots.
Does anyone have Dinobots? No. Anyway,
Which Dinobots are you talking about?
Literally the ones that are in front of us.
Okay, because I thought you were talking about the original one, because like getting an original Swoop with his head intact is very, very difficult.
Yeah. All right.
Anyway, okay, so we don't know what the clear parts on the Dinobots are. I'm pretty sure that they're just clear, because I think I remember seeing the parts over other parts of them, and maybe that's what you were remembering, like.
It's sitting in the box
because I open I love Unique Toys and they're my favorite company, but the little skirt piece on the front of Prime was very loose and I moved it and it snapped off. I'm just like, okay, that sucks. Maybe I can just put this back on with a bit of glue tack or whatever. And then I go to transform them again and then another part just snaps off. I'm just like, okay, I'm not dealing with this.
So did you turn your Unique Toys Prime into a parts former?
Yeah, but essentially, yeah. So it's a bit unfortunate, but I'm getting a good thing. I got it from a reputable seller, and he's actually going to do something about it.
Yeah.
But it's you've got to be careful. And apparently, they've already stated that their next shipment of these figures are going to be more sturdy. So just be very careful.
Yeah. Well, I suppose hopefully that means it wouldn't be that hard to get a hold of a decent replacement.
Yeah, no, it shouldn't be, especially because we got it from my guy.
Can I be the white elephant in the room and ask a serious question? Apart from the wide ankles, where the tail section...
Hold on. Can we go back to the part where you're the white elephant in the room?
So why aren't you blue?
It's a slight mixed metaphor there, because the white elephant is extremely rare, whereas the elephant in the room is the thing that we don't talk about.
Okay, the elephant in the room.
So you're going to be a really rare thing in the room.
Yeah, that we don't talk about, but we are going to talk about.
It's not rare. There's no taboo on this show, and everyone just says whatever.
Apart from some minor panels showing, what is this doing more than what the leader that cost under $80 does?
A bit more posable, a bit more detailed.
Its name is Dragon. How epic is that?
$150. Is it worth it?
Yeah.
You underestimate how much I love this design, Brad.
Yeah, look, I think you'll find that there are fans of the company and the design. So you know.
You also know it's going to be like really well. We don't know because of that Prime now, but we can assume that it's going to be well built.
Look, it's only me that's had the problem, so don't go saying that Prime's crap. And I love it, and I think it's a great toy. It's amazingly posable. The transformation is mind blowing.
Ballpark, what did you both pay for your Prime?
130.
Okay, so this would be around that as well.
Yeah.
The Prime wasn't, as much as it could have been. It was a decent deal.
No. Yeah, and Lockdown is still one of my favorite pieces ever. Yeah. I just love that Lockdown that they made.
Yep.
So good.
You're talking about Peru Kill.
Yes, Peru Kill.
I think we had an entire episode from Max telling us how good it is.
Yeah, it's just the weirdest name ever.
We have shilled that figure a lot.
It's a
But
it's,
it's
well, it's worth
also
it.
very good.
It's so simple and yet effective, and
Maybe
you
we
don't
should
expect
stop.
it to do things. Yeah, right.
But
All
no,
right.
this is like this has so many fans, I think, because it's not just that it's a slightly more G1 design, but this is
Well, it's
you know
definitely not a slightly more.
I was going to
G1
say,
It's slightly
you've gone the
more.
wrong way there.
than the other movies, right? He's got a bucket head of sorts. He's got the fusion cannon, right? But it's also that it's a coherent design. You know, previous Megatrons were in the movies, like lots of sharp panels and what have you jutting out. Whereas this is, you know, large, smooth surfaces, like big, blocky armor. It
Oh,
it
and he
looks better
comes
as
with a
a
new head for Prime as well.
yeah, because apparently people are complaining about the Prime head. I don't really
Why?
see
What's
it,
wrong with it?
but yeah, I don't see any issues with it either. But
Maybe the eyes are weird because like they light up, and when you don't turn them on, they look soulless, which is good
Death
for the
Prime.
Nemesis. When you've got the Nemesis Prime head on, it looks good, but it looks a bit weird without it.
Or
This
for
might not
Takara.
have electronics.
Is there a group shot? Have they got a shot with them both side by side? Yeah.
they'll probably be about the same size.
Let me grab. No, they don't.
Plus,
No.
another thing about that Prime is he's got massive boobs. Like they're just huge.
I think they're accurate though.
Yeah, but I think they're a little bit bigger than. I don't. They're
Are you
just
saying,
got
are you saying the Prime
It's
is
a
better endowed
transformation
than Megatron?
compromise.
Yeah, look, Megatron's flat. Prime has the bust.
He wore a teensy weensy itty bitty tiny white polka dot bikini.
Tiny blue and
He
flame
brings-
bikini.
Yeah.
He brings all the girls to the yard, Prime. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, has he got a milkshake?
Yeah.
No, wait. Brings the girls to the yard.
Oh, boys. Sorry. Wait. Yeah, because girls.
What?
Because he's a boy. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know anymore.
Let's get it metaphors
Actually,
straight.
Girls don't drink milk.
I don't know what's going on, but
How
I'm gonna
dare
move on to
you,
the next
Max?
story.
Everyone drinks milk.
We're going to move on to the next story.
Lactose intolerant people.
Something brief. If you are a fan of Power of the Prime's Predaking, and why wouldn't you be? Because he's a pretty freaking kick-ass figure. But
Amazing.
you also felt that he's missing something, like, oh, I don't know, a sword. You might be in luck this weekend if you can participate in China's Singles Day. Now, Singles Day is a huge online selling event, sort of like Black Friday in the US, that occurs in China. And Hasbro Asia has said that they will be selling a Power of the Prime's Predaking exclusively to China for Singles Day that includes the sword, as you can see pictured here. So if you are listening to the podcast live, then you may have a chance to get this. If not, it happened yesterday or the day before when this episode eventually gets released. See how you go. I do want a Power of the Prime's Predaking eventually, so I might see if I can locate one of these. We'll see how we go.
Have you actually played with one, Jason?
I have. I took a very nice photo of one at TF Nation, and there were lots of people selling there, so there were quite a few. Yeah, I've had a bit of a play.
It's an amazing figure. I personally think it's controversial, but I think, and I've owned it, I think it's better than the MMC one in my opinion. But the thing that strikes me, it might just be because I don't know if Predaking's sword is supposed to be designed like this, but there is a DNA kit that's coming out. The sword looks like exactly the same, except the sword that comes with the DNA kit splits into different swords and like a hammer, but like it's very similar.
Does the DNA one split into individual weapons for the bots?
Yeah, it does. Yep.
Yeah, fair enough. But,
and
yeah,
you also run the issue too if everyone's going for the G1 representation of a sword or a weapon, then it's probably going to all look the same.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like they're probably drawn from the same source, right?
Yeah,
I guess. Yeah.
but it would lead to some expert opinions that they're all collaborating with each other. But
Isn't that what our former star host from back in the day thinks?
Yep.
Yep.
Is? Yep. Okay.
Cool. Okay. We're gonna move on.
I had something. Damn it! I freaking had something. Thank you, Mikey.
No problem. I'm here for that. Here to help.
Oh yes. Also, if you are needing this, it is on Amazon Australia for $260 now.
Really? Price.
Ozform was posted yesterday. sometime this past week that yes, it is on Amazon Australia. So they finally have something on Amazon Australia worth buying.
So it's the Power of the Prime's Predator King with the sword.
No, just
So
a regular.
so it's not this.
Oh. Let's move
Stop
on.
ruining Bad's dream.
Speaking of ruining things.
Thank you, Mikey. You helped me a lot.
Thank you, Brad. Love you. Anyway, continuing.
It's always good to have Mikey on your side in a pinch. Okay, we ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Final story for the night is not this
not
guy.
that.
Final story for
Someone
the
else
night
has it.
is this dude. So, the pop culture shock. Not sure why they strung those words together. Starscream statue. He's up for pre-order, and there we go. So, like, I just opened this up, and I was just like, no, I don't want the artist's impression. I want the actual figure. Well, actually,
How wrong you were.
yeah, how wrong I was indeed. So yeah, like he's a very neat cell shaded figure, and also I like the fact that the cell shading really works no matter what direction you're looking at him from. Unlike all the masterpiece cell shading that we've seen, like it's really well done. But I'm not going to buy it. It is a statue that I do not need. What about you guys?
Yeah, end of the day, a statue is a statue, as good as it looks.
And it is.
Okay, so we
that's
finally worked
actually
out.
kind of cool. I like the fact that you can move his arms around. Yeah.
So we finally worked out. Doesn't matter what the content is. It's just statue is a statue.
Always has been.
All right, I won't add it again.
Statue. Huh?
This is $1,000 statue, so
Enjoy, Brad. Enjoy.
I'm not buying it.
Yes, you are.
No,
Don't
I'm
kid
not.
yourself.
No.
Brad.
Okay. With the this is the laughing portrait. Like
That's
that looks
terrifying.
ridiculous.
That's the face you see if you die.
It looks
That is
like-
literally death itself.
I have no words.
yeah. No,
You
this
want
is,
to buy some candy, little kid?
this version looks like the haters go to hate dancing Decepticons animated GIF.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The one where it goes. Ooh, ooh, yep.
Yeah. All right. I think that's it for the news, right? Is there anything
That's
else? Anything else that needs talking about news-wise? No.
No,
No.
that's us for the night.
All right. Let's flip
Negatory.
back to the live camera. So, who's got new toys they want to talk about? Brad?
Nope.
No.
Well-
Max? Wait. No, we're going back to Brad.
Oh, no, not new toys. Just I managed to unpack some things and got my fans toys Dinobots back out. Dinobot sat underneath my computer from when I unveiled him to the podcast. He's been there ever since. Where on Saturday I finally got him out, kept him in Dino mode, and he's there with Primal and Cheetor in their Dino modes, in their alt modes. So that's where they're staying now, and I can't wait to get Megatron to display next to him. But
So you got MP. Oh, okay. So have you transformed him? No.
no, I don't think
Are
I
you
ever
going
will. I don't know. I can Google an image of him in. I can watch the cartoon and see him in bot mode.
You're not
care.
going to transform him?
I don't think so. No,
Why?
because I'm
Everything
scared
I've
of.
heard about it is that the transformation is like the most impressive piece of engineering in Transformers history.
I transform things and I break them. I'm trying to keep him pristine. He's too expensive to
Get your
transform.
son to transform it.
Oh, do we want to go here to the pile of Transformers in the bin, Obi?
All right. Max, what do you got?
So look, I've got a couple of things, but none of them are open because exams. But after Monday, we'll be done with that. But I had to crack open one thing to talk about in the show. So that was presumably one of the latest chapters in the Iron Factory Seeker saga, Slipstream.
Yeah, very nice.
Hello.
That's quite nice. Yeah.
It is, it's actually quite different to the others. So the others have all been more or less the same mold. This is a totally new body that has like shared engineering. They did it on a separate body because they've got a weird thing where for their female figures, they want to have it as like a sort of hyper stylized, small build, slender frame, big eyes type thing. So they've done that for her, and it doesn't translate quite as well into a figure as the others have. So she's missing a couple points of articulation, and she doesn't transform quite as much.
Hmm.
But she does, she's still a pretty functional little Legends figure. Got decently posable. Got the paint is fantastic. Like that purple and teal on her, just like that silver striping. It looks amazing. And to give you an idea of a size comparison, like that is the regular Iron Tractor.
Oh, wow.
So she is a good deal smaller.
So she's petite.
Is that sexist? I don't know.
Maybe.
I'm
Yes,
scared.
Brad.
That is,
Yes,
it is the thing that Iron Factory seems to really want to do with
Question.
literally every single female figure.
Question. Is she cheaper?
No.
So the same
Now
price.
that. Yep.
So the
It
same
depends.
price as the normal ones, and
Their
and
prices
you're getting less.
vary immensely.
They really do, don't they?
Is there a Russian version?
She's not technically cheaper.
Well,
Sorry?
you open it up and there's a smaller version inside.
Russian nesting doll.
All of a sudden, you got a bot at the very end.
You just do
you
a simple
you
spike and put it
open
over
up
the
the
top.
last slipstream and there's this little burger staring back at you going, "Ha!"
Oh. Go later.
Later.
Fair enough. Max, any others you want to talk about?
Nothing that's open.
I don't think that's the rule.
Show us
Okay,
the
so
box.
nothing to talk about.
Fair enough. Mikey, you've rapidly filled in some things in the run sheet while Max has been
How
talking.
dare you notice that? I
How
was trying
dare
to do
you,
it all
Commander.
secret like.
It's kind of my
You're
job
on
to
a
have.
tight
It's
ship
kind of
here.
my job to have a run sheet open in front of me while I'm
That's
speaking.
fair. Fair
There you
enough.
command is
Can I just
it's my
say
job to
before
have
we...
the right run sheet open in front of me while I'm speaking.
Can I just say, you've probably already talked about bots, but I love it. Like I thought I'd hate it,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, no, I love them. I really want them.
see, the thing is, I thought they were just going to be those crappy little Shopkins things that don't transform.
Mm.
But the second we found out there's going to be little food items and shit like that transforms,
I know, right?
that blew my mind. I'm just like, I'm buying. I don't care how many of these things there are. I'm having all of them.
Again, it's not a $700. It's not a $700 statue. It doesn't transform. It's very accurate. It's $2 things that are very not accurate.
Oh, I'm totally there for them.
They're accurate. What are they supposed to be accurate to? They're all individual new figures.
Well, yeah. No, I'm just saying if they'll trying to be. Thank you.
You're still trying to be Astro Train?
Sorry, I'm having an argument with my cat here as well.
So Jason's having an argument with the cat. Brad's got Astro Train in the background. Max is just a perfect human being. There you go.
All right. What do you got, Max? What do you got, Max? Mikey?
Anyway, what I got this week. Okay, so I've opened two of them and haven't opened one of them because I'm just really not looking forward to it. I got Studio Series Jazz and Lockdown.
Mhm.
Now having Shadow Raider before Lockdown makes him a bit underwhelming, but
Shadow Raid is really nice. I really like that orange.
Shadow Raider's great because he's got the color, and I prefer although I love Lockdown's face, I do prefer the visor thing. And his weapon's better.
It come out before lockdown?
No.
Well, at some toy shops at the same time, which is weird.
Okay.
So I was actually at Big W and they had Shadow Raider in front of Lockdown, but they don't know anything. I hate the hook that comes with Lockdown. It's oversized and it's crap, and that's really unfortunate. But it comes with a cool sword, and I actually really do prefer the gun that the Shadow Raider has. But Lockdown's cool. The transformation's simple and effective. He doesn't do the thing that most lockdowns do, and mass shift, like
Kill Prime.
Twice the size. We'll do that. And then I got Jazz. Now Jazz is good. He's perfectly good in robot mode, but then when you transform him, he doesn't stay together. So that's
this doesn't look like a good place to kick it.
No, it doesn't. So no, but the weapon's cool. And yeah, decent, very small, like tiny. Like he's a scout class figure in your deluxe class packaging.
How's the paint on the car? It looks like a real silver.
It's nice silver. It's good. They didn't like they've downsized the bot to make it more scale accurate, but I mean some of the other figures don't make any sense.
Yeah.
But the paint's really good. It's top quality. And then the other thing I got was MPM Volkswagen Bumblebee. Now, the robot mode looks good, the vehicle mode looks good, but apparently it's like MP36 levels of transformation, and some people said harder.
Awesome.
Yeah, but some of the transformation bits you have to put ratchets in specific orders and stuff like that. I'm not. Yeah, like you have to angle it at this angle. If it slightly moves, your whole thing, and lots of panels. I'd say some people are saying Megatron's easier because it's got less panels. I will give my in-depth analysis once I open it, but again, I'm kind of just like leaving it off to the side for a bit at the moment. But I will get back to you on that. But yeah, I'm not really looking forward to it. But yeah, that's all I got.
You might quite like him when you open him. Never know.
I could blow my mind. You never know. But I'll get back to you once I open it. But just from seeing multiple reviews saying great robot mode, great vehicle mode, just a pain to get him from both. You know,
the stuff between the robot and the vehicle.
Yeah, just watch your transformation and make up your own mind. People have their own opinions on how things go, and
so I will definitely get back to you on that.
All right.
So, I have 3 things to show. 2 of them I got today, and I happened to go shopping at lunchtime. The last couple of Prime Masters, Quintus Prime and Solus Prime, happened upon them in a Target store.
God damn it! I got that. Somewhere.
Wow, too bad. And gosh, this guy's been talked about a lot on the show already tonight.
Hello, Bot.
Masters Dinobot. I happened to be in a chat the other night with the good people from Saviour's Toys and a bunch of other people, in fact, and Zin came in and said, I've got one Masterpiece Dinobot left, and I clicked a few things and they went, no, you don't.
Very good.
And it's gone.
Yeah. So he arrived today. I figured, I'm quite jealous of you, Brad, because you got your Masterpiece Dinobot at a damn fine price, and I was kind of like, oh no, I'm gonna hold out and get him at a good price, and I was like, whatever, I may as well just buy the thing. So I bought the thing.
What price was that?
He's $400. Brad got him for like 250.
260.
260. That's still like 250. So yeah, no. Lesson learned, and frankly, like next time I know who to pre-order with.
How did you do it? Sorry.
He pre-ordered from Pen Chan, one of the TCCA discussion group members.
Spoiler! Did I mention that at all?
Yes, you did.
Oh damn it! Okay, all right.
Yes.
And that's
also so did Pen.
Okay. Also, Megatron through that is $415, I think.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, and so Megatron's going to be even more expensive, but
yeah.
I used to pass judgment on people for spending that much on these Masterpiece Beast Wars figures, and I spent $500 on an EVA figure. So,
but that's
like to stand on.
Max,
I'm really looking forward to getting him out and setting him up. I think probably like Brad, I'm probably going to keep him in Dino mode.
Yeah, you can and ah when the initial release comes out, but Jason, I'm not going to ask you how much you paid for it, but it's just
it was $400.
Yeah, well, there. If you wait, you're going to be paying more if you wait. If you really want to get on it.
No, it's always the case with masterpieces. You can get some good pre-order prices when they first come out, especially like some Japanese sites like HLJ. They often have good pre-order prices on things like 20 or 30% cheaper than retail. But once it sort of slips past that pre-order time, that discount is gone.
Yeah. Sometimes what will happen is like the initial batch will go up, it'll sell out, then 20 minutes later, some more pop up, but they're $50 more expensive.
From memory, HLJ was $280 or $290 for Dinobot. Like it wasn't.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah. So that's just getting on something when it comes out. That's I'd hate to be starting a collection now because to go back and try and get any MP figures.
But like they do reissue them, and there is a reissue of Dinobot coming in the next few months. All right,
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, like he's gone. He's rare. But like I was going to wait for the reissue. I was like, oh, whatever. It saves me having to track it down. And lesson learned. I'm going to go pre-order Beast Wars Megatron as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yep. And the extra money,
yeah.
just the fate. Like once you open that box, it's just the faces with the articulated jaws and just the details and the teeth and that. It's fantastic.
And movable tongue. You know.
Yeah. I will
amazing.
transform one day.
Yeah. All right. That is it for new acquisitions. Now, before we go, Brad, the Christmas donation drive fundraising activity for the club is underway. Do you want to give us a bit of an update on how it's going?
I haven't updated the run sheet, but yes, it's still ongoing. We're 1 week in. Thank you to everyone that has donated so far. We got some great figures. Jason, you showed off the Devastator last week.
I did. He's still here.
I hope he is.
Yeah, so do I.
That would be unfortunate.
The Hasbro Masterpiece Prow figure, a G1 reissue Takara Predaking, which is the diecast version. So you can display that with your Titan's Return. No, it's not Titan's Return. Power the Prime's Predaking. So pop it's a Predaking. So some great figures in that. TransformersCCA.com for all details.
Fantastic. And just like a reminder, if you are listening and you're not very familiar with what TCCA does, this is our main fundraising drive for the year. We will use the funds that we obtain from this to, 1, pay for prizes, and 2, pay for tables at conventions like Supernova and Oz Comic Con, where we go out to meet the Australian Transformers collecting community and hopefully bring them together to join TCCA.
Yeah.
All right. That is the end of the show.
Well, there you go.
That was actually a surprisingly short one.
Everyone breathed a sigh of relief. It was surprisingly short. Sorry, Max, I just clobbered whatever you were saying there.
That's why I've been doing that to you all night.
That is it. Still. And there goes Brad. Thanks for listening, everyone. If you're watching along with the live record and listening to us talk over each other, thank you for checking us out and suffering through it. If you are looking to find out more about these stories, you'll find links to them all in the show notes and on the website. That is transformersweekly.podbean.com. If you're looking for us, we're all in Transformers Collectors Club Australia on Facebook, or you can link to us from the Australian Transformers Weekly page. If you're not already subscribed, the podcast is on iTunes, Pocket Cast, YouTube, and more. You'll find the RSS feed in the show notes or on the website. Again, transformersweekly.podbean.com. We are a production of Transformers Collectors Club Australia, a registered club in Victoria run by volunteers who donate their time and money, like all of us tonight, to make the club better for everyone. And we also have a bit of fun doing it while we talk about Transformers with each other. If you want to find out more about the club, including some affordable yearly membership options, please go to the website and check it out, transformerscca.com. That is it from us. We'll be back with more Transformers news because the news never stops next week.
Can't stop the signal mail.
Well, it actually turns out you can. You can just kill him.
Okay.
You can't stop.
See you guys.
Goodbye.
Another reference I don't get.
It was always burning since the world was
turning. You can't stop the fire. Ending.
Goodbye.